Good morning. Today we're going to be reading chapter 26, Santa Returns. The elves stopped singing and stood back. William spun round to see a gigantic red sleigh appear out of thin air above them and circle down very fast towards where he and the Christmasaurus were standing. The sleigh was even more incredible than William could ever have dreamt it would be, shimmeringly shiny, redonkulously red, and monstrously massive. But that wasn't the most wonderful thing about it. The most wonderful thing, William thought, were the powerful creatures pulling it. He counted 8 in total, striding through the air side by side. The flying reindeer. If he hadn't just spent the past few hours with a flying dinosaur, he would have said that those were the most amazing creatures he'd ever seen. Now he put them a very close second, behind the Christmasaurus. "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" cried a deep, booming voice from overhead as the sleigh swooped round them and then touched down with a smooth swish along the snow. That's when William first saw him. William couldn't believe his eyes. It was really him, actually, genuinely, 100% authentically, the real deal. "Santa!" yelled William unexpectedly. Santa pulled hard on the reins and the sleigh came to a stop directly in front of William. The Christmasaurus and the crowd of tiny elves had gathered to greet him. The elves rushed forward, cheering and screaming like crazed fans at a rock concert. But William still had a perfect view of Santa, as the elves were only half his height, even when sitting in his wheelchair. The mind-blowingly massive man, dressed all in red, stepped down from his sleigh and for a moment looked every bit the jolly happy man you would expect him to be. But William was worried. The elf song had made him feel naughty, like he shouldn't be there. What would Santa do? What would Santa say? William was about to find out. "Hello, my elves, Merry Christmas! We've done it again, another year over." Then Santa spotted something out of place. William. "Oh, what the crackers is this?" he asked, completely confuddled. He bounced straight towards William, who was squished in the centre of a crowd of elves and stood towering impressively over him. "You're a little tall for an elf. Why, you're not an elf at all, nor snowman or forest fairy or reindeer. Tell me, are you a mountain troll?" "Yes, I've heard of a lost wandering troll before, but I've never seen one." "How fascinating!" He rubbed his hands together excitedly. "Well, Merry Christmas, troll friend. Join us and we shall celebrate the season. Ho, ho, ho!" "But, Mr. Santa, sir," William sputtered nervously, "I'm not a troll." Santa paused and scratched his beard thoughtfully. "Oh, no, of course you're not. Wait, don't tell me you're a bold yeti. Yes, that's it. How peculiar." "No," William said, "I'm not one of those either." Not a troll and not a bold yeti, eh? Don't tell me. Oh, I'm thinking. Oh, what a fun guessing game this is. Isn't it fun? Ho, 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 ho. And Santa did a little hop and a skip and walked around William, inspecting him. As he circled the boy, the elves moved out of the way, revealing William's wheelchair. "What's this? A one-man sleigh? How intriguing! I see no deer. What creature pulls your sleigh?" "A flying dinosaur," William said. There was silence. Everything was still. I'm sorry, my dear fellow. Could you repeat yourself? I've had a very long night, and my ears must be full of cloud, for I thought you said a flying dinosaur. I did say that, Santa Sir, William said politely. You see, I'm not a troll or a yeti. I'm just a boy. There was a sudden rumble of whispers and giggles from the surrounding elves. Just a boy? Santa bellowed in his mighty jolly voice. William was unsure if he were jolly happy or jolly angry. Just a boy, he repeated, and looked around at his elves. Then all of a sudden Santa seemed to find something completely hilarious. Ho 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 ho! He boomed an enormous laugh that made his belly ripple and wobble. Then all the elves joined in the laughter too. They laughed in the most peculiar way. It was as if they had been rehearsing the laugh for weeks with very complicated harmonies and rhythms. William thought it was fantastic. In fact, he thought it was very funny. Before he knew it, he felt a little chuckle rising up inside him too, and suddenly found himself laughing with them. And because William was laughing, the Christmasaurus thought he should probably join in too. So there they were, Santa, the elves, William, and the Christmasaurus, with uncontrollable giggly laughs. They laughed and howled giggles and roars for so very long that by the time they calmed down, William had forgotten what they were laughing at. Oh, Santa, what on earth was so funny? I can't remember, William asked, wiping away the tears from his chilly cheeks. Well, I was laughing because you said you were just a boy, said Santa, still finding the thought amusing. But I am, said William. I'm just a boy. My dear confused little friend, you can't be. There's no such thing as just a boy. William was awfully confused. Allow me to explain, said Santa. You see, up here we have all sorts of wonderfully magical creatures. Flying reindeer, skating snowmen, forest fairies, and lots more. But there's something we don't have. We, the most magical creatures in the world. William didn't have a clue what that could be. Children, said Santa with a smile. Children? William said. Children aren't magic. I'm a child and I'm not magic at all. All the elves giggled and Santa smiled knowingly. Oh, but you are. You really, truly are. You just don't know it. You can create impossible worlds in your imagination that don't really exist. That is magic, because you can only see the best in people, the best in the world, in life. That is magic, because you understand the importance of silliness, the importance of fun, of laughing and playing, which grown-ups have forgotten. That is magic. But most of all, because you believe without question in the impossible, without needing proof, without hesitation. That is magic. William couldn't believe what he was hearing. He could do all those things, and he hadn't even realised that they were magic. Santa nodded and continued. That is the reason I am able to exist, William Trundle. At the mention of his full name, William couldn't help but notice that all the elves started whispering amongst themselves. Santa gave them a big jolly smile with his wise eyes, and they calmed down. How do you know my name? William asked. Well, it took me a moment to realise I didn't expect to see a boy here in the North Pole. We haven't had a boy here for a very long time, said Santa thoughtfully. But once I knew that you were really a boy, it was obvious. There was only one boy you could be. Santa reached into his pocket, pulled out a piece of paper and handed it to William. My letter! said William, recognising it at once. Yes, it gave me quite some trouble, this one, Santa said, handing the letter to William. William started reading his handwriting as Santa recited the words from memory. Dear Santa, for Christmas this year I would like lots of things that you probably can't give me, but a dinosaur would make me very happy. Merry Christmas, William Trundle. Santa looked down at William as though he were trying to read his mind. Tell me, William, what are these things you speak of? For this is the first time in the North Pole. It's the place where dreams come true. More specifically, where children's dreams come true. William's heart skipped a beat. My dreams can come true here, he asked. Absolutely. Dreams, wishes, hopes, you name it, replied Santa confidently. This entire place is made from children's dreams. It is the one place in the entire world where whatever you truly desire can materialize before your very eyes. But that can't be true, said William, causing all the elves to gasp again. And why do you think that, young William? Asked Santa, looking a little confused himself. Because if my dream, my wish, my true desire can come true here, then... William looked down thoughtfully at his wheelchair and wondered, was it really possible? If he truly wanted it, then he took a deep breath and tried to do something impossible. He tried to stand up. Come in next time and we'll find out what happens.